Contractions. Short forms and pronunciation. Some further contractions. Running words together. See also on my sheet on contractions, generally, and my foreign and regional variations sheets.
Foreign.
Huh?
Foreign.
That's
syllable. Schwa.
Foreign.
That's it.
Foreign. And regional variation sheets.
Shits. Really?
Sheets.
Because if it was shits, it wouldn't be very good, would it?
Okay. Sheets.
Not shirts. Sheets. That's it. The weak H. His, her, hers, him, etc. So, if we're very posh, we say, I ran over him.
I ran over him.
And if we're not so posh, we'll say, I ran over him.
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 Because look, the
I
consonant
ran over
vowel,
him.
then we delete the H, so then we have consonant vowel again. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Because deleting the H means you do the liaison. Look for her.
Over him. No,
over
not
him.
Over him.
Over him. Over him.
Over him.
That's
over
it.
him.
Look for her.
Look for her.
Look for her.
Look for her. I'm gonna look for her.
The schwa. So the schwa we've looked at before. Everywhere in English, particularly in contractions, often the original vowel sound changes to the schwa when a contracted. That's not written correctly. There's no H there. When a contraction is formed. Let's be very posh. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Okay. What
are you doing?
So what happens to the T?
It disappears.
No, it changes to a D.
It changes to a D.
And what happens to the R? It changes to a schwa. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Okay. What do you want plates for?
What do you want plates?
You're splitting your tongue.
I don't understand
that.
that.
I'm giving a sentence
plates.
stress. Listen, sentence stress, where's the stress? You tell me which word. Sentence stress is stress one word. What do you want plates for?
Do.
Yes. Off you go.
What do you want the plates for?
Because it's an additional word. What do you want the plates for? What do you want the plates for?
What do you want the plates for?
Or, with contractions.
What do you want the plates for?
What do you want the plates for?
What do you want the plates for?
Or, even more contracted, what do you want the plates for?
What do you want the plates for?
Okay. Or, what do you want the plates for? No, for. It's still for. What do you want the plates for? That's not right.
Plates for?
Okay, TH dropping. London accent, but common feature of a lot of casual speech in many regions. Okay. You had better eat them quick.
You had better eat them quick.
You'd better eat them quick.
You'd better eat them quick.
You better eat them quick.
I don't understand the sentence.
You had better eat them quick. It should be quickly.
Better.
You should better eat them quick.
You should better.
You should better.
You should better eat them quick.
You should better eat them quick. Deberías comerles rápido.
Sí.
¿No? You better eat them quick.
You should better eat them quick.
You'd better.
You'd better.
You'd better eat them.
Eat them.
You'd better eat them quick.
You'd better eat them.
You'd better eat them.
You'd better eat them quick.
You'd better.
You'd better
Eat them.
eat them
Quick.
quick.
You'd better eat them quick.
You'd better eat them quick.
That's it. I was going to ask you something.
I was going to ask you
Ask, very posh, ask.
Ask.
I was going to ask you something.
I was going to ask you something.
I was going to ask you something.
I was gonna ask you something.
I was gonna ask you something.
Ask you something. Do normal people speak like this?
To more or less degree. I was going to ask you something.
I was gonna ask you something.
Oh, listen, I was going to ask you something, wasn't I?
I was gonna ask you something, wasn't I?
I was going to ask you something, wasn't I?
Wasn't I? Wasn't I?
Wasn't I?
Wasn't I?
Wasn't I? Wasn't I?
Wasn't I? Wasn't I?
I was going to ask you something, wasn't I?
Wasn't I? Wasn't I?
So, try running to all the words you get just together. Try to listen to see when we do it, okay? So when you watch the TV, in the news, they won't do much of this. But if you watch a film with young people, normal people, not posh people, they will do this. So I want you to listen to when we do it.
Okay.
And in the songs, if you're Frank Sinatra, you probably won't do this. But maybe the rap singers or different people do this.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to listen to who does it and who doesn't do it and how much they do.
Okay.
The more posh you are, the less you will do. And the more streetwise you are, the more you will do.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to choose what you want to do for your role.
Okay.
Because I don't know your role.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to be able to choose. Don't you ever get fed up?
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 Yeah, don't you?
Don't you?
Don't you ever get fed up?
Don't you ever get fed up?
In a minute.
In a minute.
In a minute.
In a minute.
Why did you stop?
Why did you stop?
Why'd you stop?
Why'd you stop?
That's it. You mean someone had to get out before we got in?
You mean someone...
Someone had to get out before we got in?
Someone had to get out before we got in?
You mean someone had to get out before we got in?
You mean...
Someone had to...
Someone had to get out?
Before we got in?
Before we got in?
Yes. So, instead of saying got in, I'm saying got in.
Got in.
This is very common. Americans do it all the time. The T's in the middle of the word become D's.
T's, D's. Got in.
Yes. I wrote this in 2002. How old were you then?
2002, I was 11.
You were 11.
Uh-huh.
And this is when I wrote this shit.